Ernie, how you doing?
Hey, I'm just sitting here playing Bejeweled on my iPad.
Yeah, I was warming up for our chat about the design process of the Chapman guitars ML-7. Guys, if you're not aware of who Keith is, please check out Keith Merrow. And the reason I need Keith is that, much to my sadness and grief, I'm really bad at playing 7 strings. I get all of my sort of perception of where I'm playing from the bass string, and so I start scaling down and I just go wrong and then proceed to get wronger as I play on.
I find that so hard to believe.
It's true, man, it's true. I suck at 7. I'm not a Sith Lord, but you are, and you're very good at it, and not just in the guitar playing, but I really appreciate Keith's production skills, the way he thinks about the instruments, the way he records the sounds, the whole techers behind the situation. So,
thank you, my friend.
Our wonderful audience, a little bit about yourself, Mr. Merrow.
Well, I'm just another dude that likes playing guitar. I've been playing 7-string guitars for probably about 10 years. I've had the glorious opportunity to play many different types of 7 strings. All the way from, you know, the most budget working class 7-string guitar you can imagine, all the way up to full custom guitars with a wide variety of specs in between. And so in that process I've kind of developed a lot of you know, different ideas about what I really enjoy about 7-string guitars as far as specs go, and what I personally feel that a lot of other people would enjoy, and that I know other people enjoy, because I have a lot of friends that play these, you know, 7-string guitars, and you know, we have a pretty good idea of what we all like, I think.
It's really cool that you talk about the guitar as like a workhorse, or a what was the phrase you used?
Well, I don't know. You want me to remember back 15 seconds ago? Shit.
No, we're talking about making
This is like harder than the SATs, man. What the hell?
We're talking about making a really workhorse, affordable but professional guitar. And I mean, something like this. This is the Chapman Guitars ML-1, and it's
look at that sexy bitch.
Yeah, it's a sick guitar. We didn't put a lot of money into the look. It's just wood, you know, with wax on it. But this is so prototype. It even has my name written in biro on the back of the headstock.
They got out a ballpoint pen. This one's
about that's about as prototype as it gets, really. But this is kind of the motto of Chapman: is it's got to be affordable but professional. So we're looking at making a 7 with a really great set of gear on it, some branded parts, a really good build construction, maybe a neck through. And we want to do it for around about $700 USA.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, you know, my opinion is a lot of the production 7-string guitars on the market kind of miss the mark on a few things, you know. And I think some of the larger manufacturers might not be as in touch with, you know, what a lot of people are wanting in that 7-string community. And I think that through this process that we have of you know, laying some specs out there and having the, you know, the player decide what the end result is going to be, I think is going to eliminate that problem. You know, you get to have, you know, a scale length that works well for 7-string guitar. You have a really great neck profile, you know, awesome hardware, a neck through construction, you know, and a body and headstock shape that, you know, is slick and sexy, and that, you know, that I think will appeal to a lot of different people. And, you know, above all, be an insane workhorse guitar, you know, that's going to have, you know, merging some of those specifications from those high-end custom guitars and, you know, the playability and affordability of the working class, and merge those two things together and have something really special. It's going to be a very functional guitar. You know, it's gonna have the proper specs for just getting it done on the 7-string, and you know, it's gonna be no nonsense for sure. I gotta have jumbo frets. That's just a.
Yeah. I don't think there is any other kind of fret, is there?
These people who get to vote on this, like, you don't get that choice, okay? And then.
Yeah. I tell you what, mate. Have you seen my mammoth fret?
No.
Are you going to shit your pants? Hold on, viewers. I actually haven't shown YouTube this yet because it is a bit of a crazy prototype. And I know you're going to love this. I'll show you first. These frets are...
It's like you put rebar or something.
Yeah, they're literally twice the size of bass frets.
Wow.
They are enormous.
That's got to sound amazing.
Yeah, it does. Well, I'll tell you what it basically is it's like playing a scalloped guitar.
Yeah.
And I mean, you don't touch the fretboard at all. It's just phenomenal.
I love to touch wood, but you know, when it comes to guitar.
We're using arguably the best factory in the world for making guitars currently out of Korea. I can't tell you who they are, but they are absolutely fantastic. Keith and I have played many guitars from that factory in our careers, and they just do great work. And the other,
very consistent quality.
Yeah, consistency, and that's the key to this kind of thing, is just knowing that any of the guitars you take off the shelf is going to be great and we can gig them because we're going to take them out and play them. The other thing that's really exciting, and that I can tell you for the first time on YouTube, is that although we couldn't find another retailer to help us distribute guitars in America, I made a really sort of deep delving decision to find a way to subsidise all of the American sales, and so did Andertons. So what this means is that we can now officially ship any Chapman guitar to America for $40. Do that noise again. That's incredibly good value, and what that means is that there's a really short chain. The guitars come from the factory, they land at Chapman Guitars, they're opened up by the Chapman Guitars techs, the gnomes, they're assessed, they're set up to spec, they're put in a really high class gig bag, really great Chapman Guitars gig bag, soft but really high end. They're put in a box, they're put in another box, and then they're shipped to you. And that's it. No distribution companies, no middlemen, no third parties. It's from the factory to Chapman Guitars straight to you for $40, and we're incredibly proud of that.
Yeah, that's an amazing thing, and basically what that ensures is that, you know, all that cost that typically gets eaten up by those sorts of things gets eliminated, and so we're able to, you know, put that into the guitar, into the instrument. But what we're going to bring you is, you know, branded hardware, and you know, neck through construction, passive pickups. You know, that's a big problem that you find on some of these, is they have that huge soap bar route, and so it limits your options on changing the pickups out. You know,
that's it. I hate limitations. Yeah,
it's cool to have a guitar with that route if you like using those pickups, but from my experience, a lot of people don't like using those pickups. And in my opinion, if you wanted to put those pickups in there, cool. But I think having, you know, a route where you can put a more universal passive pickup in there is a better way to go.
There you go.
You know?
Well, we can take that concept of no limitations a little bit further. So, for example, the electronics cavity, I'm going to make sure that that's routed a little larger than it needs to be, so that if you want to fit, you know, aftermarket parts in there, you can do, you know, preamps, that kind of thing. You know, if you want to whack a preamp in there like Bodum, that kind of thing. But yeah, we're making a high-end guitar. It's going to be great. It's going to be affordable. In the UK, we're looking at roughly just over £500. Like I said, the USA around $700. That's our mission. You're going to be involved in the design process all the way through. So you're going to be choosing headstock shape, body shape, scale lengths, pickup configuration, the hardware, the whole lot with Keith and I. We will act as your team of dudes to guide you through this process. And when I say we, I mostly mean Keith. So if you have any questions about this process, feel free to email them or comment them below in the comment section, where you can leave comments. Please subscribe to Keith Merrow from Keith Merrow. You'll find his YouTube channel right here. Bling! Say bling, Keith.
Bling! Look at that.
I've been Rob Chappers from Chapman Guitars. This has been...
I'm Keith Merrow. I love you.
now of Chapman Guitars and Keith Merrow. And Chappers out.